Hello learners, this is Habiba with Pedagogy of Social Sciences. Social sciences as an integrating area of study context and concerns with the subtopic contributions of some eminent social scientists. Today we are going to learn about Chanakya. Introduction. Chanakya was an Indian teacher, philosopher, economist, jurist and royal advisor. He is traditionally identified as Kautilya or Vishnugupta, who authored the ancient Indian political treatise, the Arthashastra economics. As such, he is considered as the pioneer of the field of political science and economics in India. And his work is thought of as an important precursor to classical economics. His works were lost near the end of the Gupta Empire and not rediscovered until 1915. Originally a professor of economics and political science at the ancient University of Taxila, that is Takshashila, Chanakya managed the first Mauryan emperor Chandragupta's rise to power at a young age. He is widely credited for having played an important role in the establishment of the Maurya Empire, which was the first empire in archaeologically recorded history to rule most of the Indian subcontinent. Chanakya served as the chief advisor to both Emperor Chandragupta and his son Bindusara. About his birth, Chanakya was born in a Brahmin family. Chanakya's birthplace is a matter of controversy and there are multiple theories about his origin. According to the Buddhist text Mahavamsatika, his birthplace was Takshashila. The Jain scriptures such as Adbhidana Chintamani mention him as a Dramila, implying that he was a native of South India. According to the Jain writer Hemachandra's Parishishta Parvan, Chanakya was born in the Chanakya village of the Golla region to a Brahmin named Chanin and his wife Chaneshwari. Other sources mention his father's name as Chanak and state that Chanakya's name derives from his father's name. According to some sources, Chanakya was a Brahmin from North India, scholar in Vedas and a devotee of Vishnu. According to Jain accounts, he became a Jain in his old age like Chandragupta Maurya. Identification with Kautilya or Vishnugupta. The ancient Arthashastra has been traditionally attributed to Chanakya by a number of scholars. The Arthashastra identifies its author by the name Kautilya except for one verse that refers to him by the name Vishnugupta. Kautilya is presumably the name of the author's Gotra, that is clan. One of the earliest Sanskrit literatures to identify Chanakya with Vishnugupta explicitly was Vishnu Sharma's Panchatantra in the 3rd century BCE. About his early life, Chanakya was educated at Takshashila, an ancient center of learning located in northwestern ancient India, present-day Pakistan. He later became a teacher, Acharya, at the same place. Chanakya's life was connected to two cities, Takshashila and Pataliputra. Pataliputra, present-day Patna in Bihar, India. Pataliputra was the capital of the Magadha kingdom, which was connected to Takshashila by Uttarapatha, the northern high road of commerce. After the establishment of the Maurya Empire, Chanakya continued to serve as an advisor to Chandragupta after the establishment of the Maurya Empire. According to a popular legend mentioned in Jain texts, Chanakya used to add small doses of poison to the food eaten by the emperor Chandragupta Maurya. Mithridatism, the practice of protecting oneself against poison by gradually self-administering non-lethal amounts. In order to make him immune to the poisoning attempts by the enemies, unaware, Chandragupta once fed some of his food to his queen, Durdhara, who was 7 days away from delivery. The queen, not immune to the poison, collapsed and died within a few minutes. In order to save the heir to the throne, Chanakya cut the queen's belly open and extracted the fire taste just as she died. The baby was named Bindusara because he was touched by a drop of blood having poison. Chanakya served as an advisor to Bindusara for some years. Literary works: Arthashastra and Chanakya Niti. Chanakya Niti, also known as Chanakya Niti Shastra. The Arthashastra discusses monetary and fiscal policies, welfare, international relations, and war strategies in detail. The text also outlines the duties of a ruler. Some scholars believe that Arthashastra is actually a compilation of a number of earlier texts written by various authors, and Chanakya might have been one of these authors. Chanakya Niti is a collection of aphorisms, a concise statement of a scientific principle, typically by a classical author, said to be selected by Chanakya from the various Shastras. Arthashastra is a serious manual on statecraft, on how to run a state, informed by a higher purpose, clear and precise in its prescriptions, the result of practical experience of running a state. It is not just a normative text but a realist description of the art of running a state. Now let's conclude this topic. According to one legend, Chanakya retired to the jungle and starved himself to death. According to another legend mentioned by the Jain writer Hemachandra, Chanakya died as a result of a conspiracy by Subandhu, one of Bindusara's ministers. Chanakya is regarded as a great thinker and diplomat in India. Many Indian nationalists regard him as one of the earliest people who envisaged the united India spanning the entire subcontinent. India's former National Security Advisor Shiv Shankar Menon praised Chanakya's Arthashastra for its clear and precise rules, which apply even today. Furthermore, he recommended reading of the book for broadening the vision on strategic issues. The diplomatic enclave in New Delhi is named Chanakyapuri in honor of Chanakya. Institutes named after him include Training Ship Chanakya, Chanakya National Law University, and Chanakya Institute of Public Leadership. Chanakya Circle in Mysore has been named after him. We come to the conclusion. That's all for today. Thanks for your attention and time. As motivation, please do like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Happy learning.